greatest adversary is the clock. We are in a war against physics. And, you know, time is fleeting, and the time that we have together, to work together, to fight alongside together is precious, and it's fleeting, and I couldn't be prouder to stand among all of you today. So thank you.
Something science.
Right? Yeah. So if we're truly interested in creating a more just world, we have to have a scientifically literate population with strong critical thinking skills. And at the same time, we have to remember that our science education needs to be grounded in social justice.
Something science.
Tell them that you believe in the science that validates the queer existence. Call them and demand a ban on conversion therapy, a harmful practice rooted in pseudoscience. While science is not the only reason to love and support queer youth, it contributes to the mountain of evidence that we must. Today, we are standing together for truth and science against fear and ignorance. Thank you and happy Earth Day.
Something science.
Truly are a nonpartisan messenger for climate change.
The idea is forming neighborhood councils and city assemblies where people can organize with their neighbors for direct democracy, being against bureaucracy and top-down governments, and being for bottom-up, real grassroots change, and also being able to take direct action to protect people who are most persecuted by Trump administration, by the rise of far right. So being able to protect immigrants and minorities, being able to protect your neighbors from, poverty induced by budget cuts and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's the project.
How many cities are you in?
So right now it's mostly started up in the Pacific Northwest. So there's one in Seattle that started up. There's one in Portland, and then Olympia is the newest one. There's also one in Eureka, California, and Eugene, Oregon.
What are your main objectives?
I think the main objective would be provide immediate support for those most targeted, most in need, most in danger, and then in the long term, really meaningfully transform the way politics, economics is done, so that it's really democratic, really grassroots, and really meets everybody's needs in a good way.
So somebody who saw this and wanted to help you, what would you ask for? What support would you ask for, material and financial?
Oh yeah, I would say what we need right now is just people who have the energy and the ideas and are willing to get involved. So, if you live in Olympia, either getting involved with your neighborhood action council to start organizing, or if you live in another city, getting something started yourself and connecting with all the other groups so that we can actually build together. It's not just about one city, it's about all over the place.
everyone, advocacy should be for everyone. So I'm kind of a carbon pricing nerd, and I know that putting a price on carbon pollution, even for those that spend a lot of time in this field, is kind of a wonky theoretical exercise. But here in Washington State, there's a new carbon tax proposal proposed almost every month, it seems like now. We now have, 4 active proposals in Olympia right now. So we have an opportunity to get something done really big on climate change. Now, putting a price on carbon is one of the most important things we can do. Well, not the only thing, but a hugely important thing we can do to reduce carbon pollution. Everything we do short of that is like running up a downward moving escalator. Our entire economic system is based on artificially cheap fossil fuels. And so we need the true price of fossil fuels to be reflected in our fossil fuel transactions. And with that comes, all sorts of great policy ideas, which I'm sure we could go into. But, in climate change, our greatest adversary is not just the fossil fuel industry. Our greatest adversary is not just economic systems. Our greatest adversary is the clock. We are in a war against physics. And, time is fleeting, and the time that we have together to work together, to fight alongside together is precious, and it's fleeting, and I couldn't be prouder to stand among all of you today. So thank you.